The African Charter on Human and People's Rights, also known as the Banjul Charter, is an international human rights instrument that is intended to promote and protect human rights and basic freedoms in the African continent. It emerged under the aegis of Organization of African Unity, since replaced by the African Union, which at its 1979 Assembly of Heads of State and Government adopted a resolution calling for the creation of a committee of experts to draft a continent-wide human rights instrument, similar to those that already existed in Europe, European Convention on Human Rights, and the Americas, American Convention on Human Rights. This committee was duly set up, and it produced a draft that was unanimously approved at the OAU's 18th Assembly held in June 1981 in Nairobi, Kenya. Pursuant to its Article 63, whereby it was to come into force 3 months after the reception by the Secretary General of the Instruments of Ratification or Adherence of a simple majority of the OAU's member states, the African Charter on Human and People's Rights came into effect on 21st October 1986, in honor of which 21st October was declared African Human Rights Day. The African Charter on Human and People's Rights includes preamble, 3 parts, 4 chapters, and 63 articles. The Charter followed the footsteps of the European and inter-American systems by creating a regional human rights system for Africa. The Charter shares many features with other regional instruments, but also has notable unique characteristics concerning the norms it recognizes and also its supervisory mechanism. The Charter recognizes most of what are regarded universally accepted civil and political rights. The civil and political rights recognized in the Charter include the right to freedom from discrimination, Article 2 and 18, subsection 3, equality, Article 3, life and personal dignity, Article 4, dignity, Article 5, freedom from slavery, Article 5, freedom from cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, Article 5, rights due to the process concerning arrest and detention, Article 6, the right to a fair trial, Article 7 and 25, freedom of religion, Article 8, freedom of information and expression, Article 9, freedom of association, Article 10, freedom of assembly, Article 11, freedom of movement, Article 12, freedom to political participation, Article 13, and the right to property, Article 14. The Charter also recognizes certain economic, social, and cultural rights, and to overall, the Charter is considered to place considerable emphasis on these rights. The Charter recognizes right to work, Article 15, the right to health, Article 16, and the right to education, Article 17. Through a decision by the African Commission on Human and People's Rights, CIRAC versus Nigeria, 2001, the Charter is also understood to include a right to housing and a right to food as implicit in the Charter, particularly in light of its provisions on the right to life, Article 4, right to health, Article 16, and right to development, Article 22. In addition to recognizing the individual rights mentioned above, the Charter also recognizes collective or group rights or people's rights and third-generation human rights. As such, the Charter recognizes groups' rights to a degree not matched by the European or inter-American regional human rights instruments. The Charter awards the family protection by the state, Article 18, while peoples have the right to equality, Article 19, and right to self-determination, Article 20. To freely dispose of their wealth and natural resources, Article 21, the right to development, Article 22, the right to peace and security, Article 23, and a generally satisfactory environment, Article 24. The Charter not only awards rights to individuals and peoples, but also includes duties incumbent upon them. These duties are contained in Article 29 and are as follows: the duty to preserve harmonious development of the family, to serve the national community by placing both physical and intellectual abilities at its service, not to compromise the security of the state, to preserve and strengthen social and national solidarity, to preserve and strengthen national independence and the territorial integrity of one's country, and to contribute to its defense, to work to the best of one's abilities and competence, and to pay taxes in the interest of society, to preserve and strengthen positive African culture values, and in general to contribute to the promotion of the moral well-being of society, to contribute to the best of one's ability to the promotion and achievement of African unity.